Good morning, Bev. Hello.
So excited to be doing this. Thank you so much.
And Jenna. Jenna was just thinking of you. Jenna and Bev in the
Hi.
room.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm so happy to be here too.
Man. How amazing. How amazing. Okay, so just like if it was a birthday cake, here's your wish, right? I went and sat with my mom over the weekend to, her birthday is this week. 91. Making birthday wish, right? To be vital, to be strong, to play a part, to have a contribution, to have a voice, to have a body, to have wonder and awe, to be aware of it all, to be put to good use. And it will keep with us in our candle. Good morning. And look at that. Jean, Kathleen, Jenny, Carrie. Good morning, Jordan. Jenna, are you in Bulgaria? No. Okay. Baltimore. Good morning, YouTube. The downside, I cannot see your chat right now. Thank you for the glasses, my love. Hi. Awesome. Good morning, Jean. Hello, love. They're a bit enormous, aren't they? Like wearing someone else's trousers. So we started this sequence with the radiant heart, just for a reminder, for a direct experience of like, we can feel small. And in our small, we can feel helpless, we can feel defenseless, and it can cause us to curl in on ourselves. And it can cause despair. There are many, many things around us right now that could trigger us towards despair. The state of our water, the state of our air, the state of our hearts, the state of our politics, lots of reasons to go down. And during that 20 days, we chose to build space in our shoulders, strength in our spine, an upright quality to our perspective. And we could use these circles to begin to generate a field of light. And as I did, and as you did, and as we did, we begin to feel that there is something that we hot. Recording in progress. But we remembered. And so as we build this radiant heart, we begin to understand, this is how I want to feel. And this is the action I can take to feel it. And this is what makes me feel that I have something to say, that I can see the future differently. We read during those first 20 days from Joanna Macy, World as Self, World as Lover. And this idea that depression is an individualized experience of despair. When we're all experiencing, there's things going on that are difficult. And then I think I'm the only one experiencing that difficulty. I medicalize that. I separate it. It's an individual thing that I have to get up and deal with. But really, this is something that is collective. And so we went from those first 20 days of yes, I'm not alone. I have a field. There's a larger field that holds me. Now, how do I sustain that? And that's where we are in this next sequence of building stamina to stay in that space, whatever the space is. Ooh, our household is in the midst of holding a really significant space. Oh, and so, even Maddox holding space, going to college, Lily going to a new thing, the anticipation, the concern, the expectation, can I do this? Holding ourselves steady is what we're building. And so we finish, all we can save, we're still here. And at the end here, it's the very last page of the writing. And we are instructed, roll up your sleeves. Everyone has a role to play. And we hope, if you haven't found yours already, that through the kaleidoscope of voices and stories in this book in your lives, that you may begin to envision what your role can be. There is so much that needs doing, and so much will continue to need doing. This is a moment of transformation, individually and collectively. This is generations of work landing in our laps. If no one has ever invited you to the climate movement, to a political walk, to a change in diet, to a change in health, please consider this your warm welcome to change. And if no one has ever thanked you for your efforts, please hear our gratitude. You are important in this moment. You are needed. The work at hand is hard and uncertain, yet we find our warrior spirits. We charge ahead. We care for one another every step of the way. We make communities to hold this. We will stumble as we chart this path. Let's forgive our fallibility, safeguard our empathy, and lead with kindness as we go. It sounds like it's all right there. And recently I've been falling down a lot more than I've been getting up, is what it's felt like. And so her last words are from Adrienne Rich. There must be those among whom we can sit down and weep and still be counted as warriors. There must be those among whom, with whom we can sit down and weep and still be counted as warriors. And I just needed that to finish this out, that as we come into today and tomorrow, that there's a space where we can come and in the words of our practice, we can modify, but we can soften. We can see that today, this is what I need. Today, I am bold and I am bringing other people with me. And today, I need the other people to carry me forward. That this space holds both. That the act of a warrior to sustain yourself here in this moment in history, in time, in our lives, in our health, this is a place that can hold despair and weeping and restoration and return. This holds all of that, as well as the radiance and the light. So just please know that's welcome. So on to vitality and stamina. Sitting tall, bring your palms together. Set anything around you that brings beauty, that brings light, that holds you a little bit higher. I have cards that people have made for me spread out in front, paintings and collage and color. Gather these up, bring them with you. They will hold you. We will hold each other. And so we tune in, we dial into that station, that channel, not the channel where we're sitting alone, but the one where we're sitting in community. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. And come to lie down on your back. Draw your knees into your chest and rock yourself a little bit side to side. And we'll start here. Keep hold of your left leg. Take your right hand high, your right heel out. Open, close your right hand. Roll your right ankle. Flex point both feet. Open and close your toes. And then bring your right leg in. Left leg long, left hand overhead, rolling your ankle. Open, close your left hand. And then bring your left knee to your chest. And open right, and close, and open left, and close. Inhale, open, exhale, close. So clearing the hinge of the hip, starting to stabilize your navel, opening through the chest and the arms. You can keep it right there. You can lift your head, shoulders. You can keep it right there. You can reach your hands past your shins. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. So good. 1. Hold your shins. Let your right leg go out. Let your left knee come across to the right, just a little. And at the center, change. Left hand holds right knee and cross to the right. And change. And change. And change. So that you're just going one at a time. Twisting. The busy people of Monday. So there's a little turn through the hips. There's a little turn through the navel. For 3. And for 2. And for 1. Excellent. Draw your knees to your chest. And using your legs, roll yourself up. Hands out. And now roll yourself back slowly to the floor. And then using your knees, you can rock yourself up and roll yourself back. Maybe you don't hold the shins. You roll yourself up and you roll yourself back. Can you keep your feet on the floor? Roll back. And if you need to, you hold your shins. And if you need to, you use your legs. So as you roll back, put your palms together. Good. And as you roll up, split your right hand up and open behind you. And then bring it forward and roll down. Then roll up and take your left hand up and back and roll back. So rolling up and turning. And perhaps you keep that going. And perhaps you're using the bend of your knees and swinging yourself up. Or perhaps as you rise up, you straighten your legs. Rolling back, the heels open. Rolling up, the feet zip together. So there's your full gesture. And we'll go 6. And 5. And 4. And 3. One more time. So that as you lie back, widen your heels, widen your arms, and feel at the navel an expansion, an opening. Shake out your feet, loosen your knees, wag your tail. Shake out your feet, loosen your knees, wag your tail, right? And then the knees bend and the arms are wide and you drop your knees to the left and then you drop your knees to the right. Roll across the bottom surface of your feet. Roll through the hips and the tail. Loosening through the work you just did in the abdomen. And when your knees are dropped to the left, pause. So the right inner knee is dropping toward the floor. The left outer knee is dropping toward the floor. Take your right hand overhead. Drop, bend your right elbow. Let your right elbow be heavy. Let your right knee be heavy. Opening through the right hip, the right waist. And then changing, knees falling to the left. Left hand overhead, left elbow bent, left knee down. And then into the center. Good. Put your feet flat and bring your knees together and your feet together and your arms wide. Let your knees fall open. And as they come together, press the knees. And as they press the knees, a little tuck of the tail and the low back into the floor and the navel into the spine. So inhale, the knees fall open. You're on outer feet and arch the back. And then rounding, zip the knees together. So it's a cat-cow in the spine. Inhale, opening. Exhale, pressing the knees. So as you press the feet flat, you zip the legs together. You zip the navel to the floor. And you're building here the very base of your seat. If we were going to be seated in meditation, we want to have some fortitude from the navel to the seat, to the hips, to the sitting bones. So open and close. Find the inner thighs. Find the low navel for 4, 3, yep, 2. Excellent. And draw your knees to your chest, and we'll roll it all the way up over to hands and to knees. And so that same movement you initiated in the hips, cat-cow, and now it can be bigger because it's free of the floor, but it's the same gesture. Open, close, open, close. So the chest starts to get involved. The head is rolling up and down. Just for 4, 3, 2. Oh, so good. Pause, neutral. Press your right heel back. Press your left hand out. Bring your elbow to your knee. There's exhale. Reach out. There's inhale. So out, in, and change. Inhale, exhale, inhale, change. And just find a steady rhythm. That this builds the front and back body, builds the shoulders and the hips, and just warms us overall. Inhale, exhale, inhale, change, in, out, in, out. One more each side. Good. And then fingertips forward, knees wide, toes flat. And rock your child from side to side. Into the hips, into the waist, into the shoulders. So good. So we'll very slowly make our way into our moon salutes, sliding your hands back. Lift your head and shoulders, reaching tall. And then sweep wide and set it back down. Draw yourself through, peel open, wagging your tail, loosening the pelvis, and beginning to make your way to a cobra. Bend your knees, tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing. Let your knees be soft. Let your head be heavy. Take your time. The right foot will step up. If you need blocks, then blocks under your hands. Back heel back. Left knee down. Let your hands come up high. Let your body go a little bit back. Get a little taller as you bend and rise. And you bend and hands down. Stepping up. Sweep wide, sit down, thumbs up, heart up, reach up. And then returning. Fold down. Right foot and pause. Right knee, hands high. So going slowly this first time, a little forward, a little back. Finding our way in. And then fold. Down dog. Feel the right side. High plank. All the way to the floor. Knees, heart, hips. Cobra, look left. And child. Hands back. Hands high. Reach wide. Slide forward. Peel forward to cobra. Hips, heart. A little up and down. Making our way in. Down dog. The breath smooths out. The left foot up. A lunge. Right knee down. Hands high. A little forward and back. And then wide and down. Step up. Sweep wide. Sit down. Thumbs up. Hands high. And then folding. And the left foot back and the left knee down. And the hands high. Pausing, little forward, little back, just giving your hips, thighs, chest a little chance to open and fold down. High plank to the floor. Widen your feet. Peel open, look right. Drop the left hip forward and fold back. Sweep back, rise up. Now we quicken and you move at your pace, sliding forward. Draw through. Peel to cobra and fold back, down dog. Right foot, a lunge, then a knee down, hands up high, and fold, and step up, and hands wide, sit down, thumbs up, heart up, reach up, and widen down. Right foot, knee down, hands up, move at your pace, widen down, and down dog, reaching out, high plank to the floor, peeling open, looking left, to child, to fold, rise up, sweep up, widen down, child, cobra, peel through, and down dog. The left foot, lunge, the right knee, the hands high, reach it up, fold it down, stepping up, sweep wide, sit down, thumbs up, heart up, stand up, and then reach wide, folding back down. Left foot, left knee, hands high, widen out, down dog, high plank, to the floor, peel it open, look right, and knees wide, child, fold, rock it out, side to side, through the shoulders, through the shoulders, through the shoulders, and bring it up to your downward facing dog. Good. Step your left foot up And pivot to the right side. Putting your hands on your hips, bend your knees, stand up tall, hands go wide. Yeah. Bring your hands down the backs of your legs, soft knees, fold it down, little side to side, finding the outer feet, the inner thighs. And then up the backs of the legs, stand tall. Right hand down, left hand up over the top. And then widen, hands apart. Bend your right knee. And bring your left hand down in front and turn. And stand tall, hands wide. Again, down the backs of the legs, folding. There's the breath out. Inhale back up. Left hand down, right hand over. There's your inhale. And widen. Bend your left knee, right hand down, and left hand high. Revolve. And stand tall. Excellent. Right down the middle. One more time. Lift halfway. Fold down. And stand all the way up. Bend your right knee. Bring your left hand down. Good. Revolve. Turning towards the thigh and stand up. Bend your left knee and turn toward the thigh and stand up. So the right knee bends deeply. The hips shift back. And you're turning and turning. Each one is an exhalation, the thigh coming into the body coming to the leg, and then opening wide, that this is for our hips, for our pelvis, for the low belly, getting a little bit unstuck, getting a turn through the chest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Put your fingertips down. Walk your seat to the floor and put your heels out with your knees bent and your toes up. So you can sit on the edge of a blanket or a bolster if you need to. You can have your knees propped if you need blocks under there, prop your blocks. And then interlacing your fingers, make a circle. And put all the things we've done together so that the circle isn't driven out of your shoulders. The circle is really coming out of that strength of the navel. And that the hands and the circle is very free. We can try to drive our lives from our head, from our shoulders. But really, the low body is where we're made with the most stamina, reverse. And so get into the navel and get down into the hips and the legs and let that carry. And the upper body is a receiver so that I can hear that I'm not alone, that there's a space here that's holding me. 3, 2, excellent. Sit it up tall, notice. So the upper body is opening and the lower body is grounding. It gives me a new perspective. Let your legs cross. Just a little tiny moment, some prana shakti, wake ourselves up, hands up high. As you bring your right elbow down, it comes against you and you make a fist. And then you let it go. And the left elbow makes a fist. And you are thumping against your rib cage. Each one is an exhale out the nose. Close your eyes, 30 seconds. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. Hands up high. Go. Breathing in hard up, tuck your chin, wriggle, and bring your attention up to the navel, up to the heart, up to the throat, up to the head. Lift your chin and breathe out and wide. You are held in great support. This light, this change you feel sitting tall, the heart bright, this radiant heart. That I can feel it. And if I know I can feel it, I know you can feel it. There is something that we share. And when we share it and when we wake it, becomes such a force, a space. And if your heart has been heavy, climb into this space. Whether you're replaying, this travels time and space. It is right now. This invitation is made to you right now. And now is now, all the time. Hands and knees. If you need to pad your knees because you know you'll keep your knees down, set yourself up. Otherwise, just start by wagging your tail side to side. My hands are slightly forward of my shoulders. My hips are slightly back. Wag the tail, drop your head. Smooth your breathing and stay in that space of a collective that is holding. Reaching the hips back, reaching the arms out, lengthening. So you're in half dog here. If that's where you work there, or lift your hips. Widening your feet, stepping your feet forward, finding a shortened dog, wag your tail. Knees are bent. Drop your head, close your eyes, long, deep breathing right here. We begin to feel that we can maintain something that's challenging. And it may wake within us a darkness, a fear that we will not come out. It will not change. It will always be this way. Or that we somehow are failing because it's difficult. Just be steady in the movement. We can go 2 minutes right here. One more minute. Does anything need to change or shift? "20 seconds. And there is no shame anywhere in this experience. It is impossible to shame this. Put your knees down if you need to. Keep your body moving side to side. Keep moving through it. Keep moving with us. 5, 4, 3, 2, One. Hands down, knees down. And kneel or child. And as you take the weight off your hands, feel the upper body release and open. And find your cross-legged seat. So sitting is fine. If you would like to be on a chair, sit on a chair. If you want your heels forward or underneath you, feel it out. You can also, if cross-legged doesn't work, plant your feet, but the chest is high. We're going to start with little forward rolling through the shoulders. Loosen your elbows, loosen your fingertips. And start to lean a little bit back. Where do your legs need to be? And as we lean back, we tend to grab through the psoas, through the inner thighs, and let your knees loosen and your shoulders loosen and take yourself a little bit back. So we're getting ourselves sorted. It can be like this the whole time. You can hold opposite wrists, the full practice, hold opposite elbows. You're making little forward rolls with the shoulders, getting the shoulders and the neck unstuck, and you're leaning ever so slightly back. Long, deep breathing. So all of these have motion. We're getting unstuck. That stamina isn't about holding ourselves rigid. It's what can I do to get unstuck? And if you need to, you let your arms out and you re-hold a minute and a half right here. Roll the shoulders, lift the heart, lean a little bit back, engage the navel, drop the knees. Shake it out when you need to. Come back. We're right here. It is impossible to find shame. Out of the jaw, out of the breath. 30 seconds. And bring it up right, sweep high. Inhale 3 more times. Hook your thumbs and wriggle up. Pulse the pelvic floor. Gather it up, let it go. Gather it up, let it go. Gather it up, 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 up. And then chin up, breath out, hands down, sit tall, notice. The navel is bright, the shoulders, the back of the neck, across the chest. Building, kneeling, or sitting in a chair. Okay? So if you sit in a chair, it can be exactly this. If I was sitting in a chair, my thigh bones are parallel to the floor. I'm upright. If I need to, I can take a block and set it between my heels. Thigh bones, spine. That's all that matters here. So if you're kneeling, kneel. If you're in a chair, be in a chair. If you're on the edge of your couch, just make sure you're on the edge so that your bum doesn't sink into the couch cushions. And now take a strap behind you. And turn the palms away from your body. And as you fold forward, lift your hands. And it might be that big. Chest is broad. So rather than collapsing and rolling, heart is high, hands are high. Maybe you bring your head down. Exhale, fold. Inhale up. So you're opening across the collarbones. You're opening down the length of your spine. So we just take the first minute to find this shape, to move in and out, opening the chest and the shoulders, finding the length of your strap that's appropriate to your body. If it's too easy, shorten your strap. And then we'll fold and we'll stay a little side to side. Forehead down or turning the head to one side and long, deep breathing. So you could be folded over your thighs on your chair. Arms out long, shoulders back. Close your eyes and deepen your breath. If you need to, rise back up and fold back down. Mm. 20 seconds. Getting longer and longer through the spine. Big breath in. As you exhale, bring your hands down. Release the strap. Walk yourself up. Hands on thighs. Notice the little rush of energy up the spine, up the top of the head, across the collarbones. So really these sequences are as simple as just opening aspects of ourselves that have been closed. Opening the back body, opening the length of our arms, and just holding that opening until the energy can move more fully. And this infuses our limbs with energy, vitality, health, and infuses our lives with information that we didn't have. Build your seat, legs out, hands back, feet flat. Bend your elbows and loosen them wide and then close and wide and close, like you are flapping wings. And then gather them in, and as they come in, press down to lift your heart. Pull your tail back towards your hands, arch your back, lift your chest. So do it again. Collapse, elbows widening, loosening, elbows in, hands down, tail back, heart up, toes up. You're opening the front of the spine. Once again, round, collapse, elbows loosen, in, hands down, heart up. This might be where you work. Or you put your elbows down, same thing, tail back, heart up. This is where you work. Or left shin crossing in front of right, knees down, tail back, heart up. Long, steady breath wherever you've chosen to go. Wag your tail, loosen your legs, let your legs be heavy, let your heart be high. The head can tip back to start to open the front of the throat and the neck. And then keeping it long, you can tuck your chin, keep your heart up so you can play a little bit, free up the neck. And then finding neutral so that the length of the front of the neck and the back of the neck are equal. Put it all together, long, deep breathing, a minute. Keep the head moving if it becomes too much. Heart up, chest broad. Opening the navel, opening the throat, opening the very base of the skull. A little pressure on the pituitary gland. 3, 2, good. Tuck your chin, come up a little as you need to. Change with the right shin in front of the left. Loosen your elbows, broaden your chest, sit your tail back, put your elbows down as you will. Long, deep breathing. Last minute right here. We're removing all the ways in which we have curled ourselves forward in despair or in defeat. All the ways we have collapsed into the spine, let it open. Loosen the knees a little, wag the tail, 2 breaths. And then upright. Sit your hips behind your bolster. Fold it in half. One more time. Rest the backs of your knees, backs of your thighs. Sit up tall. So my knees are slightly bent. My tail is back, a little arch in the back. Notice this great bright axis of light from the seat to the crown. Breathing in, it's as though you breathe up that line, and breathing out, you breathe down that line. Inhale, sitting tall. Exhale, folding forward. Start out with your fingertips beside you, a hinge at the hips, the heels into the floor. Close your eyes. Hands may be on the floor. Hands may be on thighs or knees. Hands may be on shins. The full pose, the fingers hold the big toe, the thumb on the toenail. Eyes closed, fold and rise. 10. And sit up tall, let it go, eyes closed. Notice front, back, top, bottom, in, out, left, right, here, there, before, ahead. And build your cross-legged seat. Take all of this, bring all of this with you. So we sit tall. Interlace your fingers and let them drop into your lap. And feel yourself sit even taller. Broad across the collarbones, tall through the spine. And if you were to say the word ha, 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 You can feel your belly go back towards your spine. Ha, 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 ha. So we'll have exactly that breath, but rather than ha, you could imagine you were saying ho. You're making your mouth into an O, and you're going to go in, out through that O of the mouth. Close your eyes, sit up tall, body quiet, 1.5 minutes. 3, 2, 1. Inhale in through the nose. Hold the breath, heart up, chin in, stay, 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 sit tall, hold the breath in. When you go out, it's going to go out the mouth and O. Again, breathing in. Hold, heart up, chin in, pulse the pelvic floor. The equivalent of turning yourself upside down. And out the mouth. One more. Heart up, chin in, pulse the pelvic floor. You're moving energy at the base. You're stirring up inertia. Out the mouth. Hands widen. Left hand, thumb is up. Right hand, fingers up. And then put your palms together and fold your right fingers over the outer edge of your left and then cross your thumbs so that it's a clasped hand, and bring it right to the center of the chest in front of the solar plexus. And there's a light pressure. So we have this great expanded sense of ourselves, and sometimes we don't want to enter into the world that sort of loosey-goosey out into this Udana energy space. So we're going to bring it in with a little pressure. Feel the navel drop back, drop the seat to the floor. Long, deep breathing. We'll breathe in for 4, we'll pause for 4, and in the pause, we'll pump the navel, letting the abdomen fall soft and then sending it back like that. Ha. But we're holding the breath and we're pumping the navel. Then we breathe out for 4, we pause, we pump the navel. And at first, pumping the navel can feel clumsy. You just loosen. We've been very stuck in the abdomen and we're getting unstuck. Let's try it out. Inhale. Pause, press your hands, pump your navel. And breathe out. Pause, empty, pump your navel. And inhale, so you can see. Pause and pump. Out. Pause and pump. And in. out. Pause, pump, in. So maybe 4, maybe 6. Out, in. Pause, pump, out, pump, in, out, in, out. 2 more rounds. And as you finish the final exhalation and pump, let your body unfold and come flat to the floor. Turn your heels wide, your palms open. Feel the energy of your navel radiating in all directions. Breathing into the navel. Let your whole body open to this energy. And that this energy could support you. Even when your thoughts or your doubts or your concerns might feel large, breathe into this well that is at the center of your belly. Be held there. And starting to deepen your breathing. Your hands reach overhead, your heels reach out. Your body is long. And then walk your feet in. Exactly where we started, but totally changed. And as you gently make your way up into your seated posture, sit with your eyes closed, your hands to thighs, your spine so tall, and let yourself come into this vertical upright posture. You made this well of yourself, in yourself, as yourself, for yourself. Just breathe into the belly. For years, every morning, I drank from Blackwater Pond. It was flavored with oak leaves and also, no doubt, the feet of ducks. And it always assuaged me from the dry bowl of the very far past. What I want to say is that the past is the past and the present is what your life is, and you are capable of choosing what that will be, darling citizen. So come to the pond or the river of your imagination or the harbor of your longing and put your lips to the world and live your life from here. Sweep wide. Palms together, bring it down the middle. Center yourself again. And from that center, sweep wide. Palms together, thumbs at the forehead center. Long set, short nam. I am this. Inhale. Sa. Nam. Satnam, I see myself. Namaste, I see you. That was Mornings at Blackwater from Mary Oliver. Still in All We Can Save. Thank you for your morning, for your time. So, have a wonderful rest of your day. The next sequence will start July 3rd and run through August 16th, and it's on fruition. That we don't pull the watermelon out of the ground and then we don't pull it into existence. It swells and it grows, and we can keep it company. It's just going on. Fruition is our opportunity to, oh, wow, look at that. And that's coming up, and the sun is coming up, and all these amazing resources are keeping me company. And so, fruition is 4 sequences that are 10 days apiece. And they're a mindset of prosperity. They're a sound. They're very simple, like 6 minutes of a gesture. And you're just letting the gesture rise through you and then receiving what it makes. You're making a simple sound over time and letting that rewire. When I'm worried, when I'm in a state like I have to make this happen, this has to be different, my mind is very skippy. And when you do these gestures over time, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, it evens out the quality of the mind. And there's a real calm. And in the calm, there's something that's provided, an insight or a perspective. And so we'll do 4 sequences. Each one is 10 days. They're little. You can take them with you because I know we're traveling in July. But it's just such an opportunity to let that travel or let that upheaval have something constant to feed it, to anchor it, so that it feels like such a gift instead of such a depletion, right? Any questions, let me know. And I will talk to you so soon. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, unmute, say hello, say goodbye. Thank you, love.
Thank you so much. Thanks. Thank you. I practiced in South Carolina.
Oh, so good. It's great. We can practice everywhere.
Yeah. It's awesome. Martha.